Hello and welcome to the Engerati Energy Talks here at European Utility Week. I guess you can't miss that because of the backdrop. Anyway, I'm now joined by a good friend of Engerati, João Torres, who's the CEO at EDP Distribuição in Portugal. And a pleasure to see you as always. Thank you for joining us again.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah. And we were talking a little bit off air, and one of the features we're doing is about the clean energy package. What used to be called the winter package. It went through a number of names. I think clean energy package, we've settled on that. And what I'd really like to hear from you is, as someone who runs a distribution business, how do you see it affecting your business? And we can go a little bit into the detail about what it enables as well. But I'd just like to get your view on that.
Well, we, as DSOs, we look to the clean energy package in a very positive way, because it was the first time that it was recognized, the role for the DSOs, and we are there forever. So we have this clean energy package as a main idea, of engagement of the customers, the consumers, and we are connect with all of them. So we want to be able to do it. We are working to be able to do it, but we need to get that mission from the clean energy package. And for that there is a lot of issues where we need to look. Data management, flexibility. When you look today to the energy sector, flexibility is a key word, and we are in a position that we can do a great job on it and be part of the process. Of course, connect with the TSOs and look to all the distributed resources and get the better solution for the day-to-day operation of the system. And we are installing smart meters. We are getting big data to share with the market. We are now in the center of the market, but not in a clear position. We are in a position that we can receive new players in the sector. It moves for data management in all that issues that are on debate on this package. And for that we need innovation for sure, and investment. We are investing a lot. I referred smart meters, and because in Europe all the DSOs are investing a lot, and the smart meters are key for the customer engagement.
Do you think that the clean energy package actually gives another boost to the smart meter justification? Because you've got a situation where, and these are my words entirely, where actually, if you look at, certainly in the UK, the way smart meters are being advertised to the consumer, it's very basic, very one-on-one, and the equation doesn't really stack up. But do you think with the clean energy package, actually the smart meter has a better and more integral role than just some billing engine?
Yes. This is the main difference from UK, from all the other countries in Europe. Smart meter is not just for billing. It's a terminal of the grid. That's why we used to speak about smart grids and not just smart meter. It was 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And it's true that it's part of the grid. It's true that we need to manage the smart meters in an integrated way, and it's true that smart meters are key, and all the functionalities of smart meters are key for the customer engagement. And if the clean energy package has this main idea for the next future, it's important to do investment.
And going on to that investment piece, in your mind, has the clean energy package gone far enough to lay the groundwork of allowing you to invest, but also, getting the money to make the investment, because it's been one of those things where, you know, for a while a lot of distribution companies were saying, well, hang on a minute, depending on what your corporate structure is, at the end of the day I've got a shareholder somewhere, right? And I need to make them happy. And a lot of the way some of the regulation was going, there's almost a disincentive to invest from the shareholder side. Yeah.
When we look to the figures of the investment in Europe, it's easy to discover that the DSOs are the most important investors in these new technologies. But we need a boost on it. We need a clear role for one side and a clear boost on it, and regulation is key. And
because that gives you that stability.
Yes,
right?
Because we need to, when we speak about innovation, when we speak about this change in the sector that we used to call energy transition, we need to get really engagement on innovation, and we need to look for medium and long term to do the investment for it. That's why the regulators but look to this clean energy package and get the good decisions in a way that we can invest and we can get the support of our shareholders.
And on that, just I'm conscious of time. You talked a lot about innovation, and you know we've met a number of times personally and on air like this. And one of my key things that I have observed is I talk to the constituency, which is the new startup, you know, that says, "Ooh, I've got an innovative product," and then I talk to DSOs who say, "We need innovation, and we need to do this innovation with other people. It won't necessarily come from within our business." But when you talk to the startups, they find it very, very challenging because they've got somewhat more of a technology business model. Maybe they don't understand this sector enough. This technology business model of, hey, I've got a solution, there's a clear need for it, so I'm going to go in and then I'm going to sell something to someone, and then they'll roll it out, and then I'll have 8 million sensors or smart wire technology or whatever it is. But they very, very quickly, after 1 year of excitement, and then 2 years they go, and then 3 years they do some pilots. They find it very, very slow in this sector for the new technology to get adopted. Is there anything within, and I go back to the clean energy package, that will actually allow us to sort of grease the wheels of innovation so that innovation in the energy sector is maybe on a similar time scale as it happens in other industries? You know what I'm talking about. Yes. You're smiling at me. So
last year in this conference, I made a presentation, and I used the title, "The Time is Now," because I know even in innovation there is a lot of new solutions we can install, and we are working with a lot of startups. Just to refer that in our case, EDP Distribuição, we are involved for the last 5 years in a large number of projects with more than 200 different partners. So the day-to-day is very innovative, and it's true that it's not so easy to make the deployment. And the key is regulation, and the clear role, for instance, on storage. When we speak about flexibility, for a DSO, storage is a tool that we need. Then on clean energy package, there is a few restrictions on storage for the DSO. So in that way, it's difficult to build solutions, and it's difficult to create the storage a storage role for the grid. And
do you think this is where engineering and markets come into a conflict? Because if you think about it from an engineering point of view, if you say, okay, the engineering objective is to have a distribution network that's highly flexible, that can vary, adjust to supply and demand. That's the engineering objective. And then as an engineer, you go, well, I can do that, but I need to use batteries, I need to use some of the other things. And then the regulator comes in and goes, oh yeah, but a battery is a generation system and you're not a generator,
Yes.
right? Yeah, so like,
When I look to the last 15 years, the regulator defines for all of us the level of quality of service that we need to achieve to create incentives for that. And then we move for automation of the grid. And we get results. And there is any rule about automation on the clean energy package. So why they don't just give the main idea, give the incentives, give the good regulation, and we do it. We did it in the past with engineering, with even who drives the company more through an economic side. We connect and we made the investment on automation and we get results.
So do you think in the clean energy package that is like one thing, because I know I was talking to other people within the industry that were like going, it's great, we welcome it, but there's still a few things that need to be changed. And would that be like the one thing about, you know, a different recognition that battery storage plays within that? So that's one. Are there others that you can mention?
It's important to clarify the role for the data management. We take care of it for decades. So, I mean, now appears that we need to keep we need to get different entities for that and all of those things. It's, on my point of view, we are decreasing the efficiency of the system.
Because you're making it more complex by abstracting the data somewhere else. Right.
And so we need to keep simple, to look for that we really want, and avoid to build a complex structure. We are looking in a very good way, for instance, for DSO entity, because it could be an entity that gives the DSO a voice. We have a good voice for MEDSO, but we can be with a different role, recognized by the Commission, and it's important for that. So that's why, in generally, we receive with a positive way.
Just a few tiny, because I've always thought that as a distribution system operator, you've got two opportunities. One is to build the engineering platform that we need for a modern grid, especially with electric vehicles coming, and and that's not going to stop. And then to also be the custodian of the data platform over the top of it, because that'll allow other people to plug in as services.
We don't want to be the only owner of the data, but we want to be part of it, and I think we can achieve a good basis of access to the data of everyone, even and especially the new one that came to the sector. It can build solutions on it.
Because in a way, and I'm going to stop very soon because I know you've got to go, but if you take a leaf out of what happened in cities and things like that, and I know it's a bit of a tangential argument, but when data was opened up and you said, okay, take TfL in London, where they said, okay, we've got all the timing information of all the trains and everything. We've got that data, we're the owners of that data, but we're going to open it up on a platform. And then you had innovation on that platform, on that data, and we had lots of different apps about, services. And it enables, and that's the same, right?
Yes.
It's what
and
we're
we
talking
are
about.
really engaged, for instance, on smart cities, because we can do it with the municipalities. We need to work with open data. Of course, there is questions of cyber security. We are working hard on it. Data protection, we are working hard on it. But it's the way. This is the way, and we are ready for that. The last aspect I want to underline to you is all of these are challenging our organizations, and we are all of us, doing a great job in that we are now calling utility transformation.
Well,
We need to change it.
yeah, you're going from an engineering project management business into a data management business, right? That's
And we need the right people for that. We
good.
are looking
Well,
for it.
it's a pleasure
Thank
to
you,
talk
Adam.
to you. So
Thank
nice
you,
to
Adam.
see you again.
All the best for
yeah,
you.
thank you. And thank you as well for watching this Energy Talk here at European Utility Week in Amsterdam. Thanks again for tuning in.